Hello everybody, this is my first video of the year on 2021. First of all, like to thank you for visit my video. I hope you're able to learn and understand the world of production video. Today's video started when a customer of mine called me some time ago and asked about particular video switcher. He's an event production house. When I checked that video switcher online, I discovered it is not the correct video switcher that he would wanted. I tried to advise him not to use it, but he couldn't understand my reason. He keeps saying the brochure said it is a video switcher. At the end, he discovered when using it that he have limited capability, the one that he need. He tried to overcome it by getting a third-party solution, which at the end contribute other problem. So this video I want to talk about it. I want to make a clear difference between it. What is video switcher? A video switcher is an important component on video production and live streaming. But exactly what is a video switcher? In a simple term, video switcher is a piece of equipment used to switch from one camera to another camera, or from one video source to another video source, or from one video or audio source to another audio source. So it can be switched between a camera or a computer or multiple computers switching to each one another. This is where it's confusing. This is a video switch. This is also a video switch. But they actually different type of video switch for different requirement. This video switch, you can use it to, they categorize it as a to switch or route a wide range of video, audio, or any high resolution signal from multiple source to multiple target. The keyword is multiple source to multiple destination. This one, video switcher, is more accurate called a video production switch, or in US they call it V-Shing or video mixer. Although the main function of this device is selecting between the source of audio or video, but it's also do things like mixing the video, setting the composition, adding like pictures and all these things, adding additional footage, additional graphics or special effects on the source. What's the difference between these two video switcher? If it's based on input-output, video matrix switcher have more input and output for the same price range. That's why the cost of video matrix switcher is always better compared to the video mixer or video production switcher. The biggest difference is the main function. Matrix switcher main function is to control multiple input to multiple destination. Give you a scenario. Let's say there is this hall, specially designed for wedding hall, and this hall have break into multiple sections, maybe 3 sections, section A, B, and C. Matrix switcher come in because it can allow you to send to all 3 TVs in A, B, and C the same video, or because of this particular day, there's a 3 wedding in this 3 hall, they can actually send 3 different signal to 3 different sections. That is the main thing a matrix switcher do. It's supposed to able to control the in and out where they want, and the main thing is to show the video. Where else production switcher main function is to convey what the speaker or the content creator or the production director to the audience. So they want to play around with the video, whether they want to put multiple video in video, or they want to create titling on top of the video, or they want to play another video source into it, or they want to create special effects. And most important, audio is very important in this element, where else matrix switcher audio is not very important. But in production switcher, audio is very important. Production switcher have one more element. It was designed for production house. Because it's designed for production house, in other words, event people, whoever buy this, they need to have a flexibility to adapt to what the customer requirement. The customer can last minute say, I want to put titling, I want to put this, I want to do this. So a production switcher have more features in it to cater this requirement. So that's why features like this is there on the production switcher, from the lowest end range to the highest range. Where else the matrix switcher will have the same thing, just I mentioned, the things like doing a picture and all these things. They also have the same thing, but they on the higher end of matrix switcher. So when you're looking at the higher end matrix switcher, you get more confused because they're both features wise look identical. But if you look at the lower range, there is a difference. Most lower range matrix switcher do not have the features like the production switcher have. They are plain multiple in and multiple out. Maybe a titling, or some of them don't have at all. So this is where the main difference between a production switcher to a matrix switch. Also, most production switcher will always have DVE, digital video effects, featuring like fade, dissolve, picture-in-picture, titling, upstream key or downstream key. They're mainly for do titling, green screen effects, okay, and many other things. Also, production switcher have multiple viewer output. That's their main, because their main criteria is it's a live. They need to see the thing come, what's the signal coming in, and they want to control the output. And very important, most production switcher have audio sync feature built in already. They will have a built-in feature to try to sync the audio and video when the signal received, especially from embedded signal. Now the question is, which video switcher to use? It all depends on the event. For example, like my earlier scenario, if I'm a wedding banquet hall, a matrix switch will be a perfect for it. Alright? Because a wedding banquet hall, the main thing is showing the video that the customer wants. They do not want to put picture-in-picture video on top of a video, or they not want to put titling to it, and they not want the audio to sync, because in a wedding hall, the audio is already separated, passing out to the speaker of the hall. So that requirement, matrix switch is perfect for them. Maybe they want to add on maybe titling and all these things. Well, you can look for a matrix switcher with the titling. Or you can find a matrix switcher with a picture features also. Yes, there is, but it's all on the higher end. On the lower range, it's not. That's why matrix switcher tend to be more reasonable price compared to production switcher. Because their main purpose are multiple source to multiple destination. That's their main thing. So the other thing are not critical important. But there is matrix switch, we have that. But not all round. Production switch. Who want to use production switch? Production switch is people who want to do more video content, who are people who like, I'm doing an event or a rental house service that they rented my service to project the thing. I want to be more flexible to adapt it, and the chances of production people like this wanted to do a recording also. This is where the audio sync is very, very important. Alright, so then also the production switcher, because they have features like already have a features, even on the lower range have a features like picture-in-picture, chroma key, titling, and many other digital effects. Production switch is more perfect for people, for events that require this kind of thing, especially for streaming. Likewise, I mentioned earlier, matrix switch audio are not important because it's supposed to be for a hall, for example. The audio is already from the audio amplifier in the hall. But for the production switch, or people who want to do production video nowadays, especially during the COVID-19, we want to do live streaming. To assure a live streaming well, it is recommended for the audio mixed with the video, then only send the signal to the streaming devices, whether it's OBS or external thing. This is where audio sync come in, very important, and this is where the video production switch come in very strongly. So if you're thinking of doing a live streaming, I strongly recommend using a video production switch. So video production switch is also a video switcher. Matrix switch is also a video switcher. So bear in mind with it. So there is, these two are video switcher, but they have designed for different criteria. So the general term is called video switch because it's actually doing switching. But the actual functionality, that's where the name matrix switch and video production switch come in. These two show how different between one or the other. So when you buy, don't just look for video switch, but look at what it can do. Alright, and bear in mind, if you are doing a live streaming or you're doing something that requires recording, audio sync is very important, but you need to look at the features. So that's why I strongly recommend you, before you choose a switcher, you must narrow down what you want to do. Everybody very easy to say, I want to see how many input, how many output. That's very straightforward. But there's other factor you need to confirm. Whether audio is very important, all right? But this relates to the streaming and to the recording function. If these two are important, the audio sync issue must be important too. Same with titling. Both matrix switch and production video switcher also have titling. The difference is production video switcher, the entry level already have titling, whereas the matrix switch entry level do not have it. It's only on the higher end you will have it. So look out for it carefully. Lay out what you want, what you need to do before you choose the switch. So again, please remember that the planning is not just on how many input and output plus the cost factor, but it also must be other things like titling, audio issue, whether you need to do recording or you need to do streaming. This will help you choose the right one. And when you choose the right one, it also means that you have less problem on that day. Just unlike the friend who have tried a matrix switcher for a production event, he encountered a lot of limitation. Then he had to add on third-party thing and all these things. Adding on more third-party things can solve the problem, but it can create additional problem. So be careful of what you are doing. Okay, and I hope you learn something about this. I hope that is you are able to distinguish between which type of video switch in the market and choose the right one for your production. That's all for today. I'm V-Shing from DVS. Thank you. Welcome. God bless.